Welcome students. In this video, let us look at how to find the angle between two lines on the coordinate system. So assume that you have two lines, line 1 and line 2, whose angle between them is theta, with an angle of theta between them. So you need to understand an important thing here. So if you have two lines, if they are inclined at an angle of theta with each other, we can as well say that they are inclined at an angle of 180 minus theta also. That means if the angle between two lines is something like 30 degrees, the angle between the lines can also be said to be 150 degrees. So if two lines are considered, they have two angles between them. One acute and other obtuse, but these two angles will be supplementary angles. So when I talk about angle between two straight lines, so I'll try to find one of these angles, right? Now if I want to find the angle between these two straight lines, what is the information that I need to know? I need to know the directions of these two lines at least. So let us say that I know theta 1 and theta 2. I know the inclinations of these two lines. So if I know the inclinations of these two lines, can I find the angle between the two straight lines? It is very straightforward, right? So the exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles in a triangle. So theta 2 is equal to theta plus theta 1. This implies theta is equal to theta 2 minus theta 1. That means if I know the inclinations of these two straight lines, I can very easily find the angle between the two straight lines. But mostly, in many questions, inclinations will not be given to you. Okay, so what is the next best thing that you can know to find the slope, to find the angle between the lines? The next best thing is nothing but the slopes of the lines, right? So assume that the slope of this line is given, the slope of the second line is given. Let the slope of the first line be m1, the slope of the second line be m2. Obviously you know that if slope is known, inclination can be found out, because slope is nothing but tan of inclination. So if the slope is given as 1 by root 3, you can very easily find the inclination as 30 degrees. If the slope is given as root 3, you can very easily find that the inclination is 60 degrees. So the next best thing that you can get is the slope of these lines. So assume that the slope of these lines are given. That means instead of theta 1 and theta 2, tan theta 1 and tan theta 2 are given to you. So can you find the value of theta? Simple. So theta is nothing but theta 2 minus theta 1. So tan theta is nothing but tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 divided by 1 plus tan theta 2 tan theta 1, right? Tan A minus B is tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. That is equal to, so tan theta 2 is nothing but m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2. So tan of the angle between two straight lines is nothing but m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2. So that is the formula that you have. So the angle between the two straight lines, the tan of the angle between two straight lines is nothing but m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2. Now depending on what you take, which order you take m1 and m2, sometimes you might get a positive number or a negative number. So if you take the positive number, that means you are considering the acute angle. If you are taking the negative number, that means you are considering the obtuse angle, as simple as that. So particularly if you want the acute angle between the two straight lines. So if we need acute angle between the two straight lines, so the formula is tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2 mod. So out of the positive and negative values, take the positive value and equate it to tan theta, so you get theta as an acute angle. So if you want the obtuse angle between two straight lines, you just need to take minus of this is equal to tan theta. So as simple as that. So you'll be given two slopes in these types of questions. So initially you take any slope, you can take any order of slopes. You take one slope as m1, the other slope as m2. Calculate this number. You might get a positive number or a negative number depending on the order in which you have taken m1 and m2. If you get a positive number, if you equate it to tan theta, then theta will become acute. That will give you an acute angle between the two straight lines. If you take the negative value, you get theta as an obtuse angle. So you get the obtuse angle between the two straight lines. So both the values will be numerically same. Right? Both the values will be numerically same. Just the sign might be different. So if you want the acute angle, take tan theta is equal to mod of m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2.